And we are live. What is going on? And happy Turtle Tuesday, everybody.
Happy Turtle Tuesday.
All right. And, if you guys joined us last week, hopefully this week won't be a train wreck. Mike and I, we tested our equipment and everything, and we were able to talk for at least a few minutes without any interruptions. So,
yeah, hopefully everything is great this time. So, so if you stuck with us last week, or listened to it on the podcast, thank you for sticking through it.
Yeah, thank you for sticking through it. That was
hopefully it's much cleaner this time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm hoping for as well. So what's going on, Mike? How's your week been doing?
It has been pretty hectic. Just kind of monitoring what's been going on in the TMNT fandom, because our big story tonight is a big part of it. So
right.
I'm just gonna get out. So I'll just get out what we did on Turtle Recall. We did God.
This is Turtle Recall.
What we did. Yeah, I know. For Ninja Turtle Power Hour, this week's episode we did Shrika's Revenge. Was it Hot in the Lair?
Something like that. I haven't got to season 6 yet.
Shrika's Revenge was my favorite one of the three. Too Hot to Handle and Nightmare in the Lair. I knew it was Hot and Lair were in there somewhere.
Somewhere in there. You just combined like the two together.
Yeah, I just put two episodes together.
Why not?
But yeah, Shrika's Revenge, Nightmare in the Lair, and Too Hot to Handle. Shrika's Revenge, way better than I thought it should have been. That was so funny. And also, like, that's, if you've been on the internet for a while, like a very famous clip from that episode has like gone viral for a long time.
Yeah.
And so it was just kind of fun. It was just kind of fun to see it in the original context.
Which one was I'm so blank on that one.
It's usually like the turtles are completely cut out of the clip when it's like shared. But it's Shrika standing like on like a construction building, and she's like, "No, my power ring, it's melting."
I don't think I ever seen that GIF or meme or video.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, I have to hunt that one down.
But yeah, it's a great season 6 episode.
Nice.
So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I believe by season 6, if I remember, that's when the show started going weekly instead of it went to a half an hour instead of an hour. Like I think like that's when like CBS like cut the episode order down and their schedule.
Yeah, so there's only 16 episodes in season 6.
Yeah, makes sense.
And they all seem to be about a week apart. So
okay, yeah. So
which was weird because it was like because Too Hot to Handle was the episode that was on Halloween, but then like Nightmare in the Lair was like the kind of scary episode, and that didn't play until like November 7th. So
it's probably something from CBS. They like probably like when they did the episode order, like they had to like delay something by a week. And
and we even looked at like the production order, and it was like that. So I think it was just like an air date issue.
Yeah, I think it's an air date issue, and it could have been something like silly, like Mario, or I can't remember what else was on CBS during that time, but like one of those shows didn't have something out ready, and so they're like, okay, we delete
Mario Brothers Super Show.
Yeah, that's right. So they're like, okay, we'll delete everything by a week or something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
I can definitely see something like that happening. With us this week, this Thursday, Anna is returning to the podcast. We are going back to episode reviews when, we're way back in the past compared to Mike. We will be on the episode Michelangelo Meets Bugman, and we'll basically hear Anna and I talk about how much we just don't like Bugman. And sorry, Bugman fans. we do not like this character, and I don't why he got 2 episodes and like Mona Lisa didn't. I don't know. And Robert said, "Hey guys, what's going on?" Robert stuck with us the whole.
Robert's back. Thank you for coming back, Robert.
Yeah, thank
hopefully
you for
we sound a lot better this time.
Yes, hopefully we sound a lot better, and hopefully you actually can hear me this time, because I know that was a problem last week as well. But yeah, this Thursday the full audio podcast will be out, and this portion will be with it too. But let's go ahead and kick off with this news over here. The first thing it's not really I want to talk about it, because both Mike and we can't. We are aware that there are action figures that were revealed, and we know it. That's all we know. That's all we can say.
For a certain project, but unrelated to this project. The Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards are going to be this weekend, on March 4th.
Yes, and thank you for segueing into that. So yes.
So traditionally, this is a full Nickelodeon production.
Yeah.
And the perfect avenue for them to release any kind of hype and trailers, kind of like the Game Awards that Jason famously hates so much.
I hate so much.
So this would be the perfect opportunity for Nickelodeon to drop a trailer for Mutant Mayhem.
See, it would. But like history has shown Nickelodeon has like never done that. But it doesn't.
But I mean,
yeah,
they don't relaunch Ninja Turtles that often.
Right. So I mean, Kids' Choice Award famously they did do they had like they didn't do the reveal of the 2012 turtles, but they did showcase the 2012 turtles after they were revealed in it. The Kids' Choice Cigars, if you're not aware, this is Nickelodeon's biggest event, and this is like the biggest rating draw event. So if there's anything to a reason why we should delay any reveals for Mutant Mayhem, this would probably be the perfect opportunity, because we're now less than 6 months away from the movie, and we have not got any reveals. Just we have not got any official reveals.
Yeah, so no official reveals, no hint of a trailer. So this is just us speculating here.
Yeah.
This would be the perfect venue for Nick to finally drop it.
Yeah. Now, this is actually my theory. Don't hold me up to this. But I really think either Thursday or Friday. Trailers usually drop on Fridays, FYI, because that's when new movies come out. But either one of those 2 days, they'll probably reveal the trailer, and then after the trailer is revealed on YouTube, because it's going to be paired with a movie, they will actually debut it at Nickelodeon, and probably during the Kids' Choice Awards, because that's a perfect opportunity to have the national TV spot for it, for the trailer. If it did, okay, I'm going to say this right now. If it does not premiere during the Kids' Choice Awards, we're not going to probably see the trailer until April 5th. And I mean, and you can mark my words, you can mark that date is when we'll finally see the trailer, because
the last real thing in March that it could be dropped at is WonderCon. Nickelodeon and Turtles have a relationship with Comic-Con and WonderCon.
Right.
That would be the last big event in March to kind of drop it.
But
if it's not at the Kids' Choice Awards.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. I think the Mario movie is a better opportunity for them to drop it than WonderCon.
Yeah.
That
absolutely.
That's so that's what I'm saying. If we don't see it this weekend, they're probably going to save it for the Mario movie. Because that's also when kids movies, they really wait for
Is Mario April? I thought it was March.
April 5th. They just changed the date. It used to be April 7th. My 4-year-old is excited for this Mario movie. And he he's begging me to go see this movie. Yeah. But yeah, they just like moved a date back. It used
Oh
to
yeah,
be
they
7th.
just moved it 12 hours ago. They just moved it back.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, like for kids movies, like the like, and also like even superhero movies, you see this trend is when like the big when like the big like movie to come out, like that's usually when they stick the trailer into it. It's
Mhm.
just because of that hype, because people know like, oh, they're gonna come and see this movie, this is a perfect opportunity to advertise for this movie. I mean, I don't know why it works that way, but like, I mean, I know why they pair it with it. I don't know why they wait until that. I mean, and it could be one of those things that they just don't get ready until, like, more of a procrastination kind of thing. Um, but
Yeah. And so, like I said, we're just speculating here. Nobody
yeah,
knows. Nobody really knows for sure. Um, so yeah, fingers crossed. I think Kids Choice Awards would be probably the best venue
Kids Choice
personally,
Award,
because I think it's Nick's own like game awards.
yeah.
So it would be perfect for them to kind of draw attention to the event as
We're
well.
To be honest, I really think worst case scenario, we actually get, instead of a trailer, we get like at least uh the finalized turtle designs finally
Yeah,
like
like
released.
they might even like announce like the cast and be like coming out the
Yeah,
cast of
and it
the
could be,
Teenage
yes.
Mutant, and so we can finally find out who plays who.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's the other thing. Yeah, we could have like the cast come out and actually like
mhm.
present one of the awards, and like they, whoever gets slimed. FYI, the two hosts for this Kids Choice Awards, if you do care about that, will be TikToker Charlie Emilio and the sportscaster guy. I'm already forgetting what his name was.
Well, I know Charlie Emilio, so
Um, Nate Burleson, who's a CBS Sports
nope.
analyst. Yeah, and I'm thinking the reason why they have him, I have a feeling he's part of that Slime Time show that's like for the football thing that's been like popping up on Nickelodeon
Mm,
recently. Yeah,
yeah, probably.
yeah. It's funny
Uh,
because I watch Nickelodeon a lot. I didn't realize that the Kids Choice Awards was like this weekend. Like you were the one who like told me about it, and I was like, oh
yeah.
yeah, that's why they
Well,
had
I
the
like
blimp on
because
the corner.
I didn't even notice because I don't really watch Nick unless it's like Turtles.
Yeah,
So, um, and even then I haven't watched since Rise. Um, so I didn't even notice until the Nick socials said something about it today.
gotcha.
And it was the Turtles social page where I was like, oh, um, and they didn't even say anything about the trailer too. But I was like, oh yeah, if that's this weekend, this is the perfect opportunity. So
Yeah, yeah. Like I said,
that's why it's in the
that's
news.
why it's in the news. I mean, this is like literally this is Nickelodeon's like Oscars. Like, Nickelodeon has two big days. It's like they have like the freaking Kids Choice Awards day, and then they have like the day that they block out the schedule. Like they block out their channel for like an
Yeah,
hour so they can like have the kids go out and play. Like that's like their two biggest things. Uh,
like we're gonna talk about this tomorrow on Ninja Turtle Power Hour because we record and then a week later drop the episode.
right.
Um, we're gonna be speculating on it, and then if it drops this weekend or if it doesn't drop this weekend, we're gonna just seem very silly.
Hey, at least you have enough time to edit that out. Oh,
Well, depending on if we actually do edit that out. So,
gotcha.
what is next on the news?
Next we have, so it actually is starting in Target right now, but it will be starting in the website this Friday. We have Haulathon. Haulathon is back, as I'm dubbing it, Haulathon 2.0. So
So, I think we talked about it last week.
we barely talked about it last week, because last week we literally had the accessory set like kind of drop,
Yeah,
and like we're like, what is this coming from? Oh, it could be Haulathon. Like now we know it's from Haulathon.
yeah, and so Haulathon officially started on February 26th. Some
Right,
Target stores put them out early, like we talked about last week.
right.
And so let's see, I should have been ready and pulled up the full list already. Um,
Oh, the full list of figures.
the full list of figures.
Oh gosh, hold on here.
No, I got it.
No,
No,
I
I
got
got
a
it.
picture.
I got it.
No. I got
but
the
I can read
picture.
them off.
Yeah.
It's
For the audio
Mirage.
people.
It's Mirage Triceratops Zog, Archie series Jaguar, Archie series Man Ray, Mirage series Shredder clones, a Last Ronin variant called the Rogue Derelict. From the animated line, it is Grunt and Jersey Red, Chakahachi and Lotus, Tall Thug and Short Gangster, Dirk Savage and Mona Lisa, Mighty Hog and Rhino Man, Rex 1, and the accessory set, the Stan Sakai version of the Usagi Yojimbo figure, the black and white one. And that is everything that you can find at Haulathon right now.
Yes, and big shout out to Von Michael for taking this picture, because I mean, honestly, like, a lot of people's been like taking all the pictures and stuff. He took like the neatest picture, like, and showcased everything.
Vaughn and I are friends. I find figures for him out here and I ship them to him.
Oh, nice.
And he does great reviews over on Twitter and YouTube. So check him out, Von Michael on Twitter, Von Michael 13.
Yeah, Von Michael 13. Yes.
And he but yeah, he and I talk Turtles a lot, and we've been talking about Haulathon and everything. And yeah, I have not. Jason, how's your hunting going for that?
I have the ones that are on my priority. So I have the accessory set. I have Lotus and Chakahachi, and I have Rocksteady and Bebop, the Mighty Hog and Rhino Man. And
gotcha.
Then I was gonna hold off on Zog, but Zog is such a huge figure. Oh, I'm sorry. I also have Rex 1 as well. But yeah. I was gonna hold off on Zog, but like, Zog is a huge figure, and I was like, I was too impressed with it, so I ended up getting Zog myself.
Yeah, Zog is an incredible piece of plastic. I have Zog, the Shredder clones, Dirk and Mona Lisa, Jersey Red and the Tall Thug, the Usagi Yojimbo figure, and Rex 1.
You meant Jersey Red and Grunt? Excuse me?
Jersey Red and that guy that I don't care about.
His name is Grunt. I can't even remember if that was actually the unofficial name or not. Okay, first
I think Grunt is the unofficial name.
Okay.
I think he was like, one of them was Dopey.
There was Dopey and Dumbo, which
Dopey and Dumbo, I think, is Tall Thug and Short Gangster.
Yes. Because Short Gangster's is Dopey. Yes.
Yeah, or Dumbo.
Or Dumbo. I'm sorry. His Dumbo. Sorry.
Yeah. So they obviously can't use the names. But I don't really want Grunt.
I'll be honest. I'm kind of glad they didn't use the names. I mean, because they're not official. They're not official anywhere. It's names that were people have accepted. It's kind of it's almost almost like last name, like Langstein, and then then finally Nickelodeon made it official.
They're fan-in names. So I mean, they're fine. I was gonna pass on Zog and the Shredder clones because those are part of the Mirage line, so they're not exclusive to Haulathon.
Right.
But I also like you said, Zog is just an insane amount of plastic.
Yes, it's an insane amount of plastic. I have not had a chance to open up any of these figures. I mean, I have a bunch of NECA figures. I have
only opened up Zog so far.
We have
Usagi. I think I'm gonna keep in the box. Because it was funny because I hadn't found anything yet. My friend found Mona, Dirk, and Zog. He found them. My Eric Peterson, pardon my nerd, over on TikTok.
Gotcha.
He found Mona, Dirk, and Zog for me, and then we usually meet up at a Target and do a walk real quick. And so we walked, and we didn't see anything. And so I came back the next day, got my coffee, ran to the back of the store, and they had put out everything,
nice.
But it was already cleaned out.
Oh, of course.
And so I was like, great. So, but the only thing they had was Jersey Red and Grunt. So I was like, okay, cool. Jersey Red I want just for the novelty.
Right.
Grunt I don't care about. I don't really need him.
You
so
really don't
I'll probably
need a season one. You don't need a season one gang member that has no lines, that has no name.
Yeah, like Jersey Red has been in more episodes than any of the other gangsters.
Right.
She's only been in 2 episodes.
Actually, technically, I think the other guys have been in 3. But like,
well, they were like, you know what I mean.
But really, like when they were there, but it wasn't like like Jersey Red has more of an appearance.
Yeah,
like, you know, and she actually got a name. I really want to stress this because Scrag didn't get a name until the coloring book, and then it was like,
exactly.
oh, that's Scrag. I mean, you know, and the other 4, like, you know, they were like freaking like Granitor. Like, what do we call them? I don't know. And then like, you know, someone came in. I mean, you know, Granitor, like at least he got his name from a video game. But like,
well, it's like, and even then, like, there's the other gang member because, like, remember, Jersey Red isn't part of the original gang, or like they call her the old gang, but it's like it's a different faction,
right?
Like, because it's got High Five and Lugnut,
right. Which, like, you know, I mean, I'm not saying, hey, NECA, please like make these figures, but I would have gladly taken those guys over these guys, but I know these guys are from season 1, and that's what a lot of, like, you know, I think more people recognize these people
like
as
we
the
talk
gang
about
members.
Like we talk about all the time, like a lot of this fandom hasn't watched more than the first 2 seasons.
Right, exactly. A lot of
like
fandom has stopped at season 3.
How many people even remembered Chakahachi?
Right.
Before this set, you know?
Right.
Same thing with Dirk Savage, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So the only reason Dirk Savage's name started coming up is because the Mondo Gecko toy came with the collar.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, like, you know, once, like, you know, people said, oh, that came from Dirk Savage, the Mutant Hunter. And they're like, oh, yeah, I remember that guy. No, you don't. It was season 7. Like, no one remembers seasons. Like, you know, a lot of people checked out of the show after season 5. After Planet of the Turtleoids, like, people are like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so yesterday, I decided to skip going to the gym and go to my other Target by work.
Yeah.
And they had just put out everything except the accessory set.
Oh, except the one that everyone wants.
Except the one that I wanted, and I checked the SKUs. There wasn't one there. So I was like, all right, whatever. I didn't even want one anyway. So seeing the Shredder clones there, I couldn't resist. Like, I know I told myself I was going to get them elsewhere. Like at my comic book shop or whatever.
Yeah.
But I couldn't resist using my Target Red card and getting that 5% off.
Right.
They had Man Ray and Jaguar. I really don't have any attachment to them and Archie. Slash, I made an exception for. I made an exception for Slash because it's Slash and it's a good version of Slash. But yeah, that was kind of like Lotus. I almost bought, but yeah.
Lotus was a figure I wanted since I was a child. Like so my big wants ever since like I was a kid, I really wanted Zack and I wanted Lotus. Those two were two of my favorite characters from the show. So I was so happy to get so now like pretty much everyone else is like this is like now gravy for me. Like, you know, oh okay, they release this, like there's no one I'm like, oh, I need to get this anymore because I have like the ones I have like my wants I've had like for the longest time. Now something I do want to bring up is because, you know, last Haulathon I think there was like 6 maybe like 6 sets or something like that, or maybe less than that. I can't like remember off the top of my head. I remember Token Razar but that didn't even make it to the US stores. And then the Mighty Rocksteady and Bebop, or like, you know, and I'm blanking on some of the other ones.
Wasn't it
Droid, I remember that one too.
Wasn't it Ground Chuck and Dirtbag?
Yes.
Were they part of that?
I'm trying to remember if they were part of that or were they part of like the like the they might have been. You know what? No, I think they were part of that, and so were the pizza monsters. It's just that people had a
Yeah, I know
chance to
the
pre-order.
pizza monsters were
Yeah. Oh,
the
and
glow
then
in
the
the dark
glow in the duck.
man.
Yeah, glow in the duck Muckman.
But yeah, so anyway, so Haulathon has started up again.
Yeah.
It is going to be running for I think 4 weekends.
Yeah, 4 weekends. Yeah. But I will
So
say,
every Friday, starting March 3rd,
right, this Friday.
They're starting this Friday. They're going to be putting up select figures for everybody to order online.
Right.
So if you don't find them in stores, you have the opportunity to get them online.
Right. Now, I will say, because this has came up from a lot of people, and I kind of agree with this one too, is this is a lot of figures dropping all at once, and which is funny because Trevor, when he talked to Speaky Geeky Ethan like not too long ago, he was like, oh yeah, we want to like, I remember he actually specifically said we want to kind of spread it out so it's not a big hit on people's like wallets and everything. Like now granted, okay, Trevor and costumes.com is not the same people. Like, costumes.com is like, they're the ones running this haulathon thing, and they're the ones who are like, hey, this was a success, and they're the ones who like dropped all of these at once. Like,
yeah.
So
unfortunately, all of the figures that we named off so far, and these are just the Ninja Turtles figures. That's not including everything that's supposed to be at Haulathon.
Yeah, exactly.
But everything here, if you were to purchase it all at once, is about $700, a little over $700.
Right, exactly. Yeah, because I believe that the two sets have been $60 for a while now at Target. I can't.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. But unfortunately, there are bigger figures like Rex One and Zog. They rose up by $10 as well. Like
those are 50 now.
Yeah. They're 50.
The
$35
Ronin
is like $35 Krang is not a thing anymore. If they release Krang again, I expect him to be $58 this time.
Ronin and Usagi are both $35.
Right. So is Jaguar, not Man Ray. Man Ray is $40.
Yeah, and so it does kind of suck, because then on top of that you have the portable portal generator order is still going on, so that's another $50 or $45 right there.
60. So you go with the shipping.
And so with NECA, like, I kind of get it, because like technically these are all different lines that you don't have to that
no one is stapling your tweet down and be like, hey, buy
they're supposed to cater to everybody.
Right.
But NECA also knows that a lot of these lines, so we have Mirage, Archie, Ronin, and the comic line, and Stan Sakai Usagi fans, that's 4 different lines, but like there's a lot of crossover here. Usually if you're into the Toon Turtles, you're into all of these as well.
Right. Yes.
And so it does kind of suck that all of these dropped at the same time, but I mean, and at least the Mirage figures and the Archie figures aren't exclusive to Haulathon.
Right.
I know there's like, people always panic because they're dropping at Target, but just like Fugitoid last year,
right?
It's not exclusive.
These are not exclusive. That's actually why I'm holding off on these. And then me personally, and even for myself, like I had to like prioritize some stuff, because just financially and sensibly, because I have 2 kids, like I can't like drop $700 on something, like I used to like I would used to like tell people like, oh, like when the PlayStation 5 came out, and I was like, man, I wish I had like $500 I could just drop it with a drop in a hat, like but at the same time, I don't have like 700. I don't even have like 500 if I want to just take out the Mirage stuff.
If I didn't put them on my credit card, that would it would have been a real bad time.
Right, right, exactly. So, basically, I mean, and I know other people have been doing this too. It's just prioritizing the ones that you want as opposed to trying to get everything. And I came to my to accept, like, if I don't get the gang, if I don't get like any of the gang members, um,
Yeah.
I can go without them. But at the same time, knowing NECA, uh, knowing like like the availability, I have a feeling like if whatever like sells now, if anything sells out now, especially the accessory set, NECA is gonna like do it like, oh hey guys, we're gonna do like a special pre-order kind of thing, because this one, out of all the accessory set, it's like the most popular one. And why? Because it has baby turtles in it. Turtles sell no matter what shape they are. They sell. So
I'm honestly surprised they put the accessory set in stores.
I was kind of surprised too, and like that was the one that kind of shocked me. I was expecting accessory set to be a online exclusive like the Portal, but
Well, like yeah, like all like the other
yeah,
accessory sets have been.
right, exactly, yeah.
So yeah, so like Jason said, like definitely like prioritize, don't
Yeah,
go crazy,
yeah.
because you don't need all of them.
No. You really don't need all of them. And I mean, if you have like no plans to opening it up right away, I mean, because I'm guilty of this. I have a hard time opening up my toys, and the only reason I don't open it up right away because I don't know where I'm putting them, and like so,
Yeah.
I have like literally tubs of action figures that I have that's sitting in my attic right now because like I'm trying to I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make shelf space for it, which like it never happened. So
Yeah, like I have a pile of action figures on the floor that I keep on my desk, but I move when I'm recording.
right,
So so yeah, like we said, you know, be financially responsible, but we're not your parents, so
right. Get what you want. I
we
mean,
do.
like whatever makes you happy, it makes you happy.
Yeah.
Like but don't be mad at a company because they give you more than what you want. I mean, like and like I knew at one point this was going to happen where it's going to be like, okay, there's now like just too much stuff, but like since they dropped it all at once, now I'm like, oh, okay, let me start like thinking it this way. And like
Yeah.
I mean, and for like
Well, like I told myself too, like I don't need the gang.
right,
So I like Jersey Red, like I said, I only picked her up because that's kind of a novelty.
right,
But
right,
I mean, that's honestly the least like that's the least favorite figure that I wanted out of everything.
right,
Like
right,
Rex
exactly.
1 was an instant buy.
Rex 1 was an instant buy. That was like one of my favorite episodes of season 2. So I was like, oh no, I have to get Rex 1. I have, and now that they made a Rex 1, I'm pretty sure they're going to make a Lex 1 as well. Like, I can see that coming down.
It's an easy repaint.
Easy repaint. Everything's already there, and it might be in Haulathon 3.0. But yeah. But that's pretty much all. And like I'm just curious. Which ones did you buy? Did you buy all of them? Are you prioritizing, or like or do you feel it's like way too much, and you're like, oh, this, and you're just kind of like, okay, I'm done. Like because I've seen some people like go like, I was like, oh, I can't collect any of this, and I've seen people like go so extreme. They're like, okay, I'm selling my NECA stuff because I cannot afford all this.
Yeah, like I saw somebody asking for like financial help this morning in one of the groups, and I was like, don't do that.
Oh,
like Ninja Turtles figures are not worth it.
Did you see my GoFundMe post I posted last week?
No, I didn't see yours. It was somebody else who was like living, like he lived in a group home.
Oh wow.
And was like showing off how his money is like locked up in a like his money is like locked up in his food cabinet with like his food stamps, and everyone in the group is like, you've got bigger problemums, man.
Yeah, you definitely got. Yeah, he definitely got. No, I posted as a joke last week. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
we're gonna set up a group fund, GoFundMe. Sorry, GoFundMe, and
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So Jason, what is next?
The last thing we're gonna talk about this week is actually something I'm really excited for, and that is the loyal subjects are making IDW based action figures from the Ninja Turtle line. This was revealed from the big toy book. This was like their they got to reveal it from loyal subjects. I'm completely happy about this.
So the big toy book is like an old school toy magazine,
right?
Yeah, but just online. So but they had originally revealed earlier this week that loyal subjects. So it's not. I can't remember. Like, it's not part of the best action line?
It is part of the best action line. I'll
okay,
read.
yeah. Why don't you read it? But the original reveal was just a picture of like Raph on a motorcycle,
right?
But like very specifically, the art style was Mateus Santuloco, who is very famously an IDW artist.
Right. So
probably a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah. So here's the press release. The Loyal Subjects expands its TMNT offerings with a fresh new look inspired by fan favorite IDW TMNT comic book series with illustration prowess of Brazilian comic book artist Mateus Santuloco. The first of the comic book style TMNT Best Action products will feature Raphael and Leonardo with matching red and blue street bikes. The motorcycles feature a really realistic feel enhanced by rubber tires, front steering traction, front and rear brake paddles, and throttle grips. Each bike also includes a kickstand and a rear tire action stand, which lends to the illustration of the rider speeding across the terrain. Each figure boasts 31 points of articulation and comes with several hand grips, signature weapons, and 2 different head portraits, including one with motorcycle helmet with flip-up face shield. These will be coming late spring 2023, and it will be retailing for $49.99. Leo will be a Walmart exclusive, and Raph is going to be a Target exclusive. Michelangelo and Donatello are also planned to come. Michelangelo will be a Target exclusive, and Donatello will be a Walmart exclusive. And they're scheduled to come out this fall. And they're also coming with bikes.
Really, the only thing that sucks about that is the exclusivity.
Yes, yeah. The exclusivity is kind of like, I was kind of like shocked about it, but also knowing loyal subjects, like, I have a feeling like after like by 2024, I have a feeling these are going to show up on Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth and even Amazon. I
don't know. None of the other exclusives have. Like, none of the Best Action GameStop exclusives have shown up other places.
They haven't.
Remember we talked about that shadow one for Comic-Con earlier in the year.
I remember that one because I got that one from Walmart. No, you know what? Now, see, now you're talking about it because I know Krang was supposed to be. No, he was not. Okay, for some reason I thought Krang was a Amazon exclusive, but he's not an Amazon exclusive.
Yeah,
he was just a.
So a lot of them. I don't know. It does suck that those are going to be exclusive,
right?
Mostly because like I've only ever seen Best Action Turtles figures in my Target once, and I bought the only one, and so it just kind of sucked. Like, I'm not looking forward to that. Like, I know I could probably order them online,
right?
But I don't know. I don't like ordering action figures online if they're going to show up in stores.
Oh, you know what I was thinking, that what was Walmart exclusive and it's not? It's the the best of Leonardo and the best of Raphael. Those were original Walmart exclusives, but now you can order them off of Entertainment Earth and Big Bag Toy Store.
Oh, yeah, I don't count those. Those are just re-releases.
I mean, they are just re-releases. I mean, these are unique. I have like now me personally, because of like how unique they are. I have a feeling like one way or the other. I mean, personally, it would be cool if they were if they did get a re-release and they just did not come with a bike. Like, you know, as much as like the bike is cool. Now you know the IDW comics much more than I do, because I know Raphael had a bike. I remember Raphael had a red bike. Did the other three turtles have bikes? Because I don't remember.
They did not. So a lot of the chatter I've seen has been people kind of like poo-pooing this because it's a way for Best Action to kind of raise the price.
Right.
Which is probably a good reason.
I mean, now,
but yeah,
me personally, like, it would have been cool if just Raph came with the bike and the other three didn't. And I'm not saying like they shouldn't come with anything at all. But it is kind of like, because I associate Raphael with bikes. I mean, you know, Next Mutation, he had a bike. The 2003 series, he had a bike. The 2012 series, he had a bike. Like, you know, so I always like associate him with like a motorcycle. The other three, like, I really don't. And like, and the fact is, like, I mean, we already see with Leonardo, his motorcycle is just a repaint of Raphael's like motorcycle. Yeah. Like, so it is kind of like that. But I mean, I will spend $50 each figure, even though they come with an accessory I don't care for, because I really want these IDW based figures. I mean, I always like complained that Playmates never did this. Like, and to be honest, this would have been a really good line for Playmates to do between series. Like, you know, but when like Rise was not available anymore, and they were still trying to figure out what they're doing next before they finally announced Mutant Mayhem.
Yeah, like it's also like it's kind of wild that these are the first like IDW figures. Yeah. Like in the 10 plus years that this line has been going on.
Right.
It is insane.
Yeah, to me that is like a really insane. Like, you know, because I mean, I know the company, I know like the companies were like eyeing Last Ronin like when Stack came out. I mean, like now I do wonder if IDW, maybe if they started like in 2018, if we would have saw figures sooner, because that's something I do wonder. And I'm glad that they're choosing you know, the Santiago Santiago, sorry. I'm glad they chose his designs, because his is very iconic to IDW. When I think of IDW, I think of those designs.
Yeah, like we said, like that is kind of everybody's go-to for the best like Turtles design for modern Turtles. Right. I tend to agree. That is very good. The I guess the big thing is the it doesn't specifically say that they're based on IDW.
It says that they're IDW.
I guess because I'm going off. I guess I'm going off the original one, where it said like they were just designed by Mateus Santiloco. They weren't necessarily like based on IDW. So
the first line,
I guess that changed. I should have reread the article before.
Yeah, the first line really said "new look inspired by fan favorite IDW comic book series." Like,
well, whatever.
Do you not pay attention to our podcast?
I don't pay attention to my own my own news that I submit to you.
I know, exactly.
So
I literally got this from like the article you gave me. You're like, "Oh, hey, Jason."
I know.
Be professional. Here's the article.
All right, so Jason, is that it for the news tonight?
that is it for the news tonight. Something Robert said this was going back to our NECA discussion. He said, I used to collect certain figures of the 1987 Turtles, 2003, Next Mutation figures, Nick Turtles, etc. I just collect the ones I want, and others are left behind. I still do that with collecting with NECA Turtles. And, like, he was just bringing up, what I was, like, asking about, like, if people are going to buy all the NECA Turtles or not.
No, yeah. See, like we said, like, yeah, it's try not. I mean, don't make yourself go broke in doing it.
Yeah. Definitely don't make yourself go broke doing it. There's no reason to be in a financial hardship because you want toys. Like,
yeah.
Like, I mean, worst comes to worst, you can always like buy it later when you're financially able to, and you might have to pay like twice as much, but if it's that important to you, like, that's what I recommend. But that's everything that we have for this week. The full audio podcast should be out either Thursday or Friday, just depending on schedule. But Anna is back. I know you guys have been missing Anna. Anna will be back, and we will be talking about Michelangelo Meets Bugman, which will be a NECA figure coming sometime this year.
Yeah, wild that he is getting a figure, but yeah.
Yeah, he is. Not by my choice. But all right. Is there anything else you want to add in here, Mike?
That is